Thinking of becoming an NEC4 Supervisor? Let me tell you something right off the bat. It's not just another title. It's not a clipboard and a high-vis. It's a front-row seat to the entire construction process, start to finish, from DCO submission to chocolates on the pillow at handover. You won't just witness the project, you'll live it. Now, if you've been on site for years, running crews, pouring slabs, fixing snags, dodging program slippage like it's incoming traffic, then you've already got the backbone. What you need now is the lens. Supervision under NEC4 isn't about checking if people turn up on time or if the canteen's clean. It's about ensuring the work is done to the spec, to the drawing, and to the contract. You're not the site manager, you're not the foreman, you're not the PM, you're not the client, but your role is stitched into all of those. You're the eyes and ears of the contract. You're the person named in black and white who's legally responsible for inspections, defect notifications, and, most critically, making sure the scope is respected. Sounds simple? Try telling that to the guy pouring concrete before a compaction test, or the subcontractor installing 1200 mil pipes because it's what we had on the lorry. Your job is to stop the shrugging, the assuming, the silent, that'll do. You make sure nothing goes into the ground unless it matches what was agreed, because once it's buried, it's a legacy. Yours. And here's where it gets good. Once you've done it a few times, properly, something happens. You stop just seeing tasks. You start seeing the process. You're not just looking at shuttering. You're thinking about design intent. You're thinking about asset life, about long-term maintenance, about the end user turning a tap and expecting clean water. You start seeing connections. That risk workshop you sat in 6 months ago, now it's real. The weather delay you flagged at the progress meeting, now you're walking it. You stop firefighting and start fireproofing. You become strategic, insightful, respected, and eventually, if you do it right, you're not just the supervisor, you're the supervisor, the one clients request by name. We want Coop back. Not, we want someone from that company. Not, get us a clerk. You. Because you did what others didn't. You gave a damn. You read the spec. You held the line. You flagged the risks. You backed the client and respected the contractor. You didn't fold, you didn't fudge, you didn't fake the checks. You were a pain sometimes, sure, but you were right. And on infrastructure projects worth millions, being right matters more than being liked. Now let's get something straight. This isn't for everyone. If you want to stay hands-on, if you love the tools, the build, the smell of fresh tarmac, stick with what you love. But if you want to step back and still have impact, if you want to be the reason things got done right, NEC4 Supervision might be for you. You'll read more, you'll document more, you'll probably lose sleep thinking about hold points and concrete cure curves, but you'll gain perspective, control, influence. You'll be the one in the room that knows what actually happened. Not what was said on the Teams call, not what the weekly report claimed, what was built, what was missed, what matters. And look, some people will think you're just a glorified box ticker. They'll say, you're not the boss. They'll say, you just walk around all day. Let them, because while they're moaning, you're delivering. While they're guessing, you're recording. While they're covering backs, you're covering bases. And one day, maybe not this job, maybe the next, someone senior will lean across the table and say, get Coop in, because they remember what happened last time. The clarity, the confidence, the compliance. You didn't just catch defects, you helped prevent them. You didn't just react, you anticipated. You were part of the project's conscience. And that's the thing, NEC4 doesn't define your mindset. You do. Yes, the contract gives you powers. Yes, the role has boundaries. But the difference, the one that gets you rehired, is how you show up. With consistency, with credibility, with care. Because this isn't just paperwork, it's progress. It's homes, hospitals, roads, water, energy. And someone's got to make sure it all happens right. That someone could be you. So if you're ready to stop just building and start protecting what's built, welcome. You might just make one hell of a supervisor. I'm Coop. This is It's a Defect. And if you've been thinking about stepping into supervision, take that step. Because once you've seen the project from this side, you'll never want to go back.